girl Tanisha again, coming to you. I'm always on Facebook just checking out, and I can't for the life of me understand why I see so many people. One day they're in a relationship, the next day they're out of a relationship, one day it's complicated, the next day they're single, and I'm just like, how in the world do y'all jump so quickly from relationship status? So I was doing the analytics on my YouTube page, and I saw that a lot of guys are subscribed to my channel. So I was like, let me help out my fellas, because I care about the fellas. You feel me? I really care about guys. Like, y'all not the enemy. You know, y'all need some help on dating and dealing with women. So I'm getting ready to give y'all 10 women that you should try to avoid at all costs. First and foremost, I'll say use social media to your advantage. If you meet someone, check them out. Check them out on Facebook, check them out on Instagram. See what they have going on in their life. You know, if they're taking pictures all the time at the club, which is, matter of fact, let's just get into it. The first type of woman you should avoid is the type of woman who's always at the club. If you go on her Instagram, all 3,646 pictures are of her at different clubs throughout the city. You do not want a party girl, because guess what? My mama always told me, if you find her in the club, that's where you're gonna end up losing her, is in the club. Women who always out just partying, always excessively having a good time, you're gonna get tired of that. You're gonna get tired of every weekend she wanna go out, every Tuesday she wanna go to $2 Tuesdays, Wine Down Wednesdays, Thirsty Thursdays, Freak on Fridays, Sexy Saturdays, Sorry Sundays. I mean, she want to go everywhere all the time. You're going to get tired of her. It may be exciting and intriguing in the beginning, but you're going to get tired of a woman who's always in the club. I guarantee. Number 2, the kind of woman that you might want to avoid is a gold digger or a very materialistic woman. If you go onto this woman's Instagram or Facebook page and all you see is, ooh, I got my Louboutins, ooh, girl, my new bag, ooh, I got this, ooh, I got that, but you don't see nothing to say nothing about a job, and when you talk to her, you hear nothing about a job, like, well, where do you work? I'm in between jobs, or she come up, I'm a model. Now, while there are some models out there who are making very good money, use your judgment, because use your judgment as to whether she really is a model that's being paid for her work, or she might mess around and be an escort or a prostitute. Then you really gonna have a problem on your hands, because you're gonna be done fell in love with it. I'm fell in love with a stripper. You don't want to do that. I'm just saying. Not saying that strippers are bad people, because they're not bad people. There's lovely strippers out here, but as a man, you have to ask yourself, do you want to be involved with a stripper? Do you want to be involved with a young lady who takes off her clothes for work? You have to ask yourself that. But if she's really materialistic, like you're on her Instagram page and you see she's always talking about shoes and purses and nails and hair and all this other stuff, then guess what? You're going to have to keep that up. And if you're eventually, because more than likely she's going to be like, look, if we're dating, you need to contribute to all of this. All of this. That's what she's going to say. So if you're a man, I would highly suggest, unless you got it like that, if you have it like that and you got the money to make it rain on her, well then by all means, let the tsunami begin. All right, number 3. You want to avoid this kind of female. You want to avoid the kind of females who are super, super aggressive. The ones who fight in the club or fight wherever they at. If you see those tendencies, you want to get rid of that female. And I'm going to tell you why. Because as soon as you make her mad, as soon as y'all get into an argument, you're going to have to fight that female or restrain her. And if you fight her, especially if you stay in the state of Georgia, honey, if the police come, everybody going to jail. So if you already see these tendencies, that she's super aggressive and cannot control her anger and has tendencies to fight, leave that female alone. Do not get into a relationship with her. Now, if it's something superficial, well then, hey, it's superficial. But do not get into a relationship with her, because you will find yourself needing bail money. You will find yourself in jail, losing your job, losing whatever else behind this female. If she's super aggressive and likes to fight, leave her where she's at. I'm just saying. Fourth, if you come across, and fourth, I'll do this. If you come across a female, now say y'all been dating. Now this is after the fact. Y'all been dating a little while. You know, you come over to her spot, she comes over to your spot, or whatever the situation may be. You ask her, cook me a meal, please. In a nice way, not condescending. But you ask her if she can cook a meal. If she can't cook, like I'm talking about, you know, cook food, not hot dogs, not stuff out of the can, you know, even though those things are good, but can she cook? Can she fry chicken? Can she fry pork chops? Can she cook spaghetti? Can she cook chili? Can she, you know, make a cake of some sort? What can she do in the kitchen? Because you're gonna get tired of taking her out to dinner all the time. Because baby, taking people out to eat all the time can get expensive. A meal, me and my boyfriend, we just went out like what did we go out? About a week ago. Anyway, so we went out and spent like 35, almost 40 bucks on just a regular dinner. It wasn't even really like filet mignon or anything like that. It was like chicken parmesan and some chicken pasta, excuse me, or something like that. It was yummy and it was awesome, but it was like 40 bucks. So that can get very expensive. So if you have a female who cannot cook and does not want to learn to cook, I'm telling you now, save your pockets. Do your pockets a favor. Leave her where she's at. She is not good girlfriend quality. Now, if you are a woman and you can't cook, you don't deserve a man. You deserve to be alone for the rest of your life. Okay? All right, the next one. If you have the kind of female, or you meet a female, say for instance, she was dating Jim. Her and Jim broke up. Jim and Bob are friends. She broke up with Jim and started to date Bob. Bob should have a very big red flag going off about this female. You do not date a female who dated your friend. And this happens, and happens very often, because I hear females saying, yeah, girl, I used to kick it with such and such and such and such. Broke up with him and started dating his friend. What? Who does that? Isn't it like some moral, excuse me, moral code or code of ethics or something like that? Excuse me, y'all, while I drink out my, Isn't there like some moral code against that? A female who will stop dating your friend and date you, she has no ethics or no morals. And if given the opportunity, she might drop you for a third choice. Save yourself some heartache. If she's dating your friend, drops your friend, and comes and tries to get with you, don't do it. Don't do it. By all means, do not do it. All right, next. If you have a female who talks entirely too much. Now, let me preface this by saying, females tend to talk a lot. We talk a lot. We like to talk. We like to communicate. When I say talks too much, I mean if she talks about everybody all the time, she talk about her friends and how bad they are. She talk about her family and how bad they are. She talks about her coworkers and how bad they are. She talks about people at the beauty shop and how bad they are. People who are at school and how bad they are. Leave her alone. And I'm going to tell you why. She's going to put your business all in the streets. She's going to be either telling her friends about you and what you are not doing well. She's going to be telling her family. She's going to be telling her co-workers. She's going to be telling everyone about you and what you don't do well. I promise you. I guarantee. So keep in mind, a female who runs her mouth about everybody else all the time, she's going to run her mouth about you. Eventually, just give it time. All right. Now this one is kind of sticky. And this is a matter of preference. But if a female has too many children, you might not really want to. Now, let me preface this by saying too many may differ for you versus someone else. To you, too many children may be 2. Too many children may be 5. Too many children may be 10. But the point being is when you start dating this young lady, if she has too many kids, according to what you feel and think, it's not going to get better. One, because the kids are not going anywhere. Okay? So you're going to have to pay for everybody to go wherever y'all go. If you end up getting serious with this female, you're responsible for everybody now. Not just this female, but her and all of her children. So take that into consideration before you even get into an extensive relationship with this woman. Do you want to take that in? Do you want to take that on? You have to really be realistic with yourself and with her. You know, y'all may be just great friends. Y'all may not end up being boyfriend, girlfriend, or anything further than that, but y'all could just probably be just really good friends. And that's okay. Now, if you have a female who can't keep her house clean, like say for instance you go over to her house and it's always nasty. I'm talking about dishes ain't never done, clothes always everywhere, floor never vacuumed, floor never swept, you never smell any air freshener, you never smell any cleaning products when you go over her house. It's just there. Eventually you're probably gonna get tired of that. It may be cool in the beginning, but you're gonna get tired, especially if y'all grow into a relationship. You're gonna come home from work and you gotta step over stuff and you gotta knock stuff out the way and it stinks. You're not gonna be pleased with that. You're not gonna be happy with that. Ultimately, and I'm thinking long term. Now, some of these are applicable to when you first start dating, and others are applicable to when you already entered into a relationship with this young lady. So, if she can't keep her house clean, at least decently clean, I'm not saying spick and span or with OCD, but I shouldn't smell stinky odors when I come into your house. You know, every time I come into your house, okay, you might have just cooked or whatever, but every time I come to your house stinks. That's a problem. You know, that's a problem. So keep that in mind. A female who is super possessive. Now, most females are possessive to some degree. Like, that's my man. But when I say super possessive, I'm talking about super possessive. Like, you can't go anywhere. You can't go out with your friends. You barely can go to work. You know, but nothing. Super possessive. Now, we get jealous. We all get jealous in relationships. Guys, you get jealous when someone's talking to your girlfriend. Girls, you get jealous when someone's talking to your guy friend. Understood. But super possessive, like, no, I want you to always be with me, never go anywhere with anyone else, and it's just you're mine. You know, you can't go out with your friends, you can't do anything other than be with me. That may seem cute to you in the beginning. Oh, she really liked me. She really liked me. But a year later, when you're locked up in the basement somewhere with handcuffs on and something in your mouth to where we can't hear you scream and duct tape wrapped around your head, don't say I didn't warn you. You're going to think back to this YouTube video and be like, you know what? Tanisha did tell me that, you know, I should really avoid super possessive females. Trying to tell you. I'm trying to warn you ahead of time, okay? Alright, so last but not least, if you meet a female and early in your relationship, I'm talking about she doesn't even know you all that well, she's not met your family or nothing, but she's always talking about marriage and how much she wants to be married and marriage this and marriage that and, you know, my biological clock and all this other stuff, you might want to back up, especially if you're not ready for marriage. If you're ready for marriage and you want to pursue it with her, then okay. But a female who's constantly talking about marriage and doesn't even really know you, she's more, you know, fascinated with the idea of getting married and the bells and whistles that come along with it. She's not necessarily in love with the idea of marrying you. You just happen to be who's sitting across from her right now, who she's dealing with right now. That is a #1 red flag. If a female's always talking about marriage, and I need to get married, and I need to get married, and married, and married, and you know that there's some other stuff y'all need to work out before y'all even think about getting married, do not be afraid to step back, okay? So, again, I'm just trying to help out my fellas because, you know, y'all need some help dealing with us because women, we can be a handful. So I just wanted to come by and share with y'all 10 different females who you might want to try to avoid, okay? Because it might end up very bad in the end. So, any more questions, comments, or concerns, hit my inbox. And I appreciate y'all for checking out my videos. Again, more to come and giving you hugs from afar. Till later.